Welcome back, everybody. Interceptor here, taking you on another Final Fantasy Type-0 adventure. We're going to talk to our best friend, Quon. Hey, best friend Quon.
Oh, just who I was hoping to see.
Me too.
What? You talking to me, hey?
Yes, I'm talking to you, you idiot. Pardon. I mean, you simpleton.
That ain't much different.
So, how can we help you today?
Queen,
I want to
why?
join Class 0.
What?
What?
I'm ready to begin right now.
I thought...
If you ever need me during a campaign, just call. Or perhaps I'll just tag along.
That's not how it...
No.
Does it?
Wait. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're not very quick on the uptake now, are you? What I'm saying is that I want to help Class 0.
You can't blame us for being a little confused.
Okay. Hey, you're not calling the shots here.
Such a tiresome oaf.
Someone left a comment saying his Japanese was better,
Do you mind if I ask what?
and I hope so.
Isn't it obvious? For magical training and Phantoma. It wasn't easy to find the information, and what a surprise to think that of all the cadets in academia, you were the ones who were the closest to the truth of magic. Let me join Class
So
0.
Phantoma is how we get
And let me
magic,
collect Phantoma.
and we draw
So tell me,
Phantoma
how much do you know
from
about
the
Phantoma?
dead corpses of our
I know
enemies.
that they're the source of life, or perhaps it would be more accurate to call them souls.
Yeah.
Hey. How'd you find that out, huh? If
Huh.
Intel finds out, you're in deep trouble.
Why don't the other cadets know that? I
have
mean, it's
been aware
creepy,
of that
so.
for quite some time. I have been very well aware.
Very well then. Please, join us in Class
Whoa,
0.
that was unexpected.
Serious?
Also, Queen, can you make
Are
that call?
authorized to allow
Oh.
others in.
I guess you are.
Then,
But you will work under my supervision and assist me with Phantoma magic crafting. And please know,
OTP.
this is not a game. Be advised that you may be required to ultimately pay for your actions with your life.
I understand.
Huh.
I will bear the weight of accountability.
Interesting.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. Quon Yobats.
Quon,
I am at your disposal.
you're the best. Hey, our magic power increased. Sweet.
My goodness.
Seeing as you lot are in closest proximity to the Doctor and the truth about magic, I have decided it would behoove me to continue my research as a member of Class 0. So, okay, I mean, we harvest Phantoma, we can turn that Phantoma into magic, and young people are most able to use magic. I'm trying to make this make sense. I don't know if I can do that. It might be too high of a price to pay. Why don't you explain it to me? You're nice.
It took a great sacrifice. But now the Dominion has a definite chance of winning.
True.
Yes, we were losing in numbers, but the tides have turned. The next battle will settle it all.
I've been thinking lately. It might all depend on whether or not...
We can effectively control the tide of battle.
Yeah.
How did you know what I was going to say?
Huh? I don't know.
Oh.
But I feel like we've had this exact conversation before.
Maybe everybody's
I never
dead.
said that before. Is this the deja vu that's been bothering you?
Everybody's
That
dead
wouldn't
and
tell her
cutting
what
an
you were
endless
about to
cycle.
say. Unless she really has heard all this before.
I wonder what it is. Is something wrong with me?
You're a time traveler.
Like, when Mother saw me, she said that I was perfectly fine.
If Mother says so, then you should be fine.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
don't trust
I
her.
guess.
I agree with King's concerned grunt. What do you think, Toneberry? Thanks, Tone. I miss you all the time. You're so cute. Let's listen to some classes. So we're gonna listen to these for a while. Because this is how we get experience between episodes. Or between missions. Oh! But I'm connected. Okay, sorry. There was a weird controller thing. We're all okay. We're all okay. I think. We'll find out. Haha. Anyway, while we do this, let's try and figure out poorly what's happening. Because, so the Phantoma... I mean, I get basically what Phantoma is, and I get that it's used to make magic, but do you have to have... I guess you do have to have magic equipped to be able to use it? The reason that I'm going is because... Wow, this conversation 3 times in a row? Random generator. So, the older you get, the worse your magic power is. Okay. That's a common thing. But what does that have to do with Phantoma? Like, is it because you're younger? You have more life energy? All of these lectures with the same clip. Oh my goodness. Is it... I don't know. I just don't know what the deal with it is. But it's cool because it reminds me a lot of other Final Fantasy systems. So like in Final Fantasy VIII, you draw magic from enemies. So that's kind of a similar concept. You guys are all kind of... Trey, what do you have to say? Explain everything to me. The less responsible monks blame their slipping grades on the war, but anyone can see through such a flimsy excuse. Despite all my time on the front, never once have I neglected my schoolwork. Oh, that wasn't contributing to the plot. Although I appreciate your dedication. As an overachiever, I like you.
A lot of people died.
Yes.
Maybe it's because I don't remember them.
Didn't we have this cutscene?
It just doesn't.
Is this the
feel
game's
real.
way of making me feel the deja vu?
For all that the crystal does for us.
Are you sure?
To think how I'd feel if I remembered all of these people. It gives me chills.
Huh.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I doubt that we'd be able to go on fighting.
Yeah, shouldn't that like...
If it weren't for the crystal,
Mm,
we wouldn't be able to move forward.
that part I don't know.
Yeah, but aren't you scared? I mean, even just a little?
Huh? Scared?
Oh,
Well,
Rem.
what if I just happened to die? Then no one would remember me?
That is sad.
Even if I died protecting someone, they'd forget me. You all would.
Oh.
So Machina.
Well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't sad. But I still feel better knowing that none of us will be held back by ghosts.
There's
of the past.
another way.
We're cadets, yo, remember? All of us chose this path knowing death is waiting for us right around the corner.
Oh, that is true.
Is wanting people to remember you after you die? Is that...
Aww. Rem, you're a normal human, surrounded by not normal humans. But that really is interesting, and I've mentioned that... Oh, let's talk to you real quick. Looks like we finally reached the end of our journey. It's kind of incredible to think how far we've come, not just as individuals, but as a class too. Oh, you're gonna give me family feelings. When you think about it, all of us have been through a lot since the liberation. We've made a couple of new friends and lost plenty more along the way. I'll never forget well, you might forget the time we stranded in Milites. We were all hiding out together in that shack, worried that the Empire would show up to kill us at any time. But it wasn't all bad. In fact, sitting there, huddled around the campfire and telling stories as a group was actually kind of, well, fun. So we may have had our differences over the last few months, but we've stuck together. It feels like we were destined to be with one another, kind of like a family. Just like you were talking about with Machina's brother. You're learning what it is to be a family. I love it. I love it. They have to learn from Machina and Ram, but I love it. Anyway, going back to a previous conversation. Obviously, as a human being, I don't understand this world that they're in. I don't understand really what it would feel like to forget people who died. Like, blows my mind. I don't get it. But, okay, so we're not going to do either of these tasks. And we're not going to do the Lost Home right now either. I looked up the information about it. So I don't know what it's like, but it is really interesting to think about as a thought experiment. How would you feel if you knew that you couldn't feel for any of your classmates, right? How would it feel if you knew that you wouldn't be remembered and nobody that you loved you would be able to remember? Would you cut yourself off from them? I probably would. I have a tendency to do that. If, like, I'm moving or something, I'll cut myself off. Or would you try to do... recommended level 99. Haha, it's hilarious. Would you try to live more? Oh, I need to go to that other town and buy the rest of the weapons. It's so hard to get into that mindset. And obviously Machina, having had what seems to be a fairly normal life, it has been greatly affected by the loss of his brother and very angry at Class 0. I mean, not because of what of the loss as much as not knowing what had been. And not he doesn't know what he lost, but he knows it was important to him, and that's making him very upset. It's really hard to wrap your mind around it. And Class 0 clearly does not. I think they're starting to learn, but it's a struggle for them because they've been presumably raised by Mother to fight in one of these creepy anime storylines where children are raised to fight. Anyway, what did the Class 11th Moogle say? You all seem to be doing well. Unfortunately, I'm faced with quite the quandary. As it were, Kupo, you see many of my cadets fell in combat, and our research is currently at a standstill, Kupo. Of course, you must be wondering why a group of combat inexperienced intellectuals such as my cadets would be anywhere near the front. Correct, Kupo? I, too, was naturally perplexed when Class 11th received a directive to join the sortie at Big Bridge. But apparently our legions needed a unit to deliver supplies to the front lines, Kupo. And so, following orders, my cadets timorously began their advance. And, as one might surmise, they met a rather unpleasant end before even reaching their destination, Kupo. To make matters worse, those who lost their lives were not the most meticulous of researchers, you see, and they failed to properly document any of their studies, Kupo. Thus, the transition of project from one cadet to another has been anything but smooth, and our budget is already rather tight, mind. Oh, would those children were more fastidious, Kupo. Yeah, well, they weren't planning on dying. But I guess everyone should be planning to die at all times. Moral of this story. I was reminded of something else. What was it? I don't know. Let's talk to you.
Hello.
Oh, it's you. You're a jerk. I knew that was going to happen. Probably if I had been able to give her the 100,000, it might not have gone south. But sadly, I did not have 100,000 gil to lend to her. So, what can you do? I do actually have something in mind to talk about, but I'm gonna save it until next episode. I know the Empire's crystal jammer doesn't affect us, but have you ever stopped and wondered why? I have. They say that the Vermilion Bird Crystal blesses everyone in the Dominion with the ability to use magic, and that our magic faculties are strongest just before adulthood, right around our age. Okay, check, check. But if the jammer was designed to obstruct the flow of energy from the crystal to the people, does that mean that we derive our magic powers from a different source? Oh, right, from the Phantoma. It's probably nothing for us to worry about anyway. Mother says we'll always be able to use magic no matter what, so maybe we should just be grateful and not ask questions. Alright, so that probably is what has something to do with the Phantoma. That's my theory anyway. There you are. SP, blah blah blah, join forces. I think I earned 2,000, right?
Don't overdo it.
Oh, maybe not. Well, next time I will explain what I was thinking about memory loss, because the memory loss thing is just like, it super intrigues me about this game. It's just fantastic to think about. So next time I will ponder more about that, and we might wrap up the things around here. You know, we have to do one more sweep to make sure we're not missing anything, and I do want to go over to one of the cities in the east where they have updated weapons for us, because you have to travel to get good weapons in this game. But then otherwise, I think the episode after will be ready to finish chapter 7, maybe? We'll find out. Until then, Interceptor out.